So it's probably a good thing I'm dropping in sizes pretty quick here, because yeah, I'm doing a bit of damage to the clothes. It does make me happy that I got pants while Jen was here though. So the reason why I'm so paranoid about power here, other than the fact that I kind of need it for navigating, is it's really hard to tell how much the batteries actually have. So any of the major batteries, basically Anker, Nightcore, have dots. So it has 4 lights, 3 on some of the 10Ks, that show how much capacity the battery has left. Now the problem with that is I usually get a couple of charges out of 4 lights, and then once it goes down to 3, I get maybe another 2, and then once it hits 2, it goes down really fast. So this leaves me paranoid because I can never quite tell how much I have left. Also, because I was a little pressed for time at Klondike, I couldn't leave the batteries till I was sure they were actually at 100%. They were at full lights, but you know, that could be 80%, that could be 90%, etc. And I needed to charge my 20K, my 10K, and my phone, so I had to do a little bit of switching off there at the end. Honestly, I kind of wish I'd just stayed at the campground, gone back the next morning, spent a couple of hours finishing topping it off, just so I wouldn't have to stress about it here. The other thing, of course, is batteries degrade over time. Anybody who has had a cell phone for more than a couple of years and replaced it, you're just like shocked by how long the battery lasts. So I have actually bought new batteries every couple of years just because of that. But again, it's really hard to get any sort of solid numbers as far as how quickly they're degrading. So this is the gate I saw last night. There's actually a house over there. You can see their giant solar panel. And no sooner had I caught sight of the house, but I heard what sounded like ATV start up and was running around. So I wasn't 100% sure if they'd seen me or not. So I backed up till I was well out of sight and then set up camp there. They do have really big solar panels back there, which is making me drool with my power anxiety at the moment. So I am basically done with the Santa Teresas now. Theoretically, per the guide, this is the hardest section. It's rated a 5 out of 5, whereas a lot of others are 3 to 4 difficulty. I'm never have a lot of confidence in those, just because, I mean, hell, climbing I don't mind, route finding I don't mind. Wading through large forests of this stuff shredding me, that I mind. So my next section is the Pinalenos, however you pronounce that, and that is the first section where snow will have an impact. The beta I have is from a couple of weeks ago. People made it through. It has been warm, things are melting, but that is up at, 9,000 plus feet. So we'll see. Snow-wise, Muggle and Rin and other places are a much bigger concern. So I'm kind of waiting to see how this goes. And then I'll decide if maybe I need traction devices, etc. It does look like there are multiple alternates that the Get Guy has created. So there are officially sanctioned routes to get around some high points if they don't go well, and obviously I got maps and I can walk forest roads and things like that if need be. There is no real pure route here, as things have changed due to fire, etc. For example, up ahead I'm going to have to do an extra 16 miles because of an Ash Creek fire. I think it burned, it was fixed, and then it reburned, and it was destroyed to the point where the creek is reportedly 4th class. So that one I'm forced to take the alt. And there's another section up here where I can take this Sawmill Canyon alt, which apparently has a little better trail. It is a scenic trail and it's got water. It adds a mile, but in general, my golden rule is I just want to feel like I've done the trail and not been trying to, game it to get it done in the easiest way possible. I basically came from off to the left. I think the pass I went across is to the right of those big pinnacles. So this road actually connects Klondike and Safford. But even if I wanted to hitch back into Klondike, that store is only open a couple of days a week, and it's now Monday. Pretty sure that's one of the days they're not open. And going out to Safford is a long, long way. Only vehicles that passed me were a sheriff and a BLM ranger, and neither even wanted to stop and talk. And here we go. So the water sources out here have gotten a little less documented. There's still that water report that has information from other hikers, but for example, this solar well doesn't even exist on there. A little bit of water did come out of it. It looks like it's just tilted the wrong way. Sun's coming from the other direction at the moment, so if I was here later in the day, I could probably get water directly from it. Well, that's interesting. That is the red line on the get. I don't really have the time or the internet access to research what's going on. So unfortunately, that sandy wash at the end of yesterday did kind of a number on the underside of my toes, and I didn't catch it in time. So I'm limping a little there, and I seem to have tweaked a tendon or something this morning. So I think the plan's going to be to pull up short today, unfortunately, as much as I really want to make it to Safford. So this is listed as a solar tank, and instead appears to be a stock pond. I think it's a deer tank. Okay, it looks like the tank exists. The waypoint is just off on the GPX. And now back to cross country. I'm going to try and get on the other side of this. There's water in Trip Canyon, and I can cut the day short and hopefully let my feet heal. Isn't he a nice big one? Darker coloring than the last couple also. First one I've seen or heard in a couple of days. So this is Sawmill Canyon. Basically this route promised trail versus going through another burn scar, so that sounded promising. Didn't find the spring, but I found the belching pipe down here. I'm not feeling great and my feet have been hurting all day, so I'm gonna find someplace in the bushes here to set up, do the rest of the climb in the morning.